Hi guys,
Hi.
how are you? Just one moment. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hi Varna. Hi Abir. Hi Shilka. Okay, we'll since today is the first day, we'll just give 5 minutes for the others to join. Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just message on the group. Okay. So normally what I do is I read books on Facebook Live. So I go live on my phone and I read from the laptop, which is much easier actually. Uh, but because I have to record and the recording doesn't happen on the phone, today it's the other way around. So it's super weird. Just take a minute, guys. So we are reading spiritual. So, would any of you guys like to introduce yourselves and tell me, like, why you're here, what you'll expect? Just a quick knowing each other kind.
I am here for you.
Ah, so sweet. How does it get even better, and how did I get so lucky?
I
Sharika,
have no expectations actually.
yeah, that's the best actually. When you have no expectations, you create the most.
Just want to know about the book and
Yeah, so basically, the book, the way I choose my book reads is very, very, I literally ask a lot of questions and I see what is going to contribute to me and what's going to contribute to the people who will be joining the book read, and then I choose the book. So, I keep deciding, like, in my head, okay, this one will be good, this one will be good, but in the end, it's always a completely different one than what I started out with. And this book has been recommended by so many people who have who are like mindset coaches, you know, like they coach other people on mindset. And hi Ash, thanks for joining. So this book is something that has been suggested by people who are mindset coaches, and they told me like that it really really changed their life. So I was like, I have been wanting to read it since a long time. I actually purchased it last month. So one second, let me just adjust this. It's literally ulta for me today. Okay, so I have been like really waiting to read this book, so I'm super super excited about it. Okay, so I think there's one, two, three, four people. Okay, and I'll be also sharing the recording. So we're already at 12:05. So I'm going to begin. Okay, and I mean, all of you know about me, but I'll just tell you a little. My name is Vilma, as you know, and I'm a hairstylist, I'm a makeup artist, and an access bars facilitator. And like I love reading. I love reading. However, there's so much stuff to read out there, and it becomes really difficult to for me to focus on one book. So I'll have like 15 books that I'll be reading at any given point of time. And I started this practice in February, where I started reading books on Facebook Live. And since then, I have literally, I think I've finished more than 5 books, like completely end to end. And these book reads have contributed so much to my life. So I hope that this book read contributes a lot and lot to your lives. It really changes. So this book, I have browsed through the book, and it's an amazing book. It teaches you how to create the life of your dreams in every aspect of your life. Okay, And what we will be doing on the group is we'll be doing a few short exercises, okay, very simple, one line affirmations, or maybe a small visualization I'll be giving you guys, like I'll also be showing up a lot on the WhatsApp group with small videos. And you just have to be, you know you just have to visualize and go on in your day, like very small activities. Or if it is an affirmation, then you just keep on repeating it as many times as you can. The only difference is, it has to be, you have to be as present as possible with the affirmation. So I will tell you guys a little more about it as we start, like as we go ahead. Okay, so I begin. Super Attractor: Methods for Manifesting a Life Beyond Your Wildest Dreams by Gabriel Bernstein. Okay, before we begin, any questions? Can you guys hear me properly? Hi, Elvira.
Yes.
You can hear me, right? Okay, so I'm just going ahead. Okay. So, I'm reading the introduction. You are a super attractor. I've always known that there is a non-physical presence beyond my visible sight. All my life, I've intuitively tuned into it and used it as a source for good. I've tapped into this unlimited presence of power to heal my body, support my relationships, guide my career in the service of others, and attract my greatest desires. And I personally have been following the law of attraction since the year 2010. I remember the date when I read the book, The Secret. It was the 18th of September 2010. And I absolutely thought that, my life was like absolutely, I mean, there was no reason for living. And that is when the book came into my life, and it changed my life. The law of attraction, the knowledge of the law of attraction changed my life. And since the past 10 years, I have been following every law of attraction teacher on the globe. So I have, I have been following Abraham Hicks, I have been following Mike Dooley, Joe Vitale, Joe Dispenza, Neville Goddard, you name it, and I have at least read one book by them. Okay, and this has totally changed my life. Like uh, a lot of stuff which I thought would never be possible, or which I would have to really slog for, I ended up creating. And then I got into this magical modality called access consciousness. And I think after that, things started just flowing. Like, it was like amazing. So, like, I mean, I am living proof of the fact that you can actually create everything with the law of attraction. Everything. So, like The Secret says, you can be, do, and have anything that you desire. Anything. So I am a firm believer of that. And this book will teach us how to use. So we are all using the law of attraction. Some of us are using it to our advantage, some of us are using it to our disadvantage. Like, if you say that, for example, if I'm saying that, my life is great and, everything is going amazing, which it is, then I'm using it to my advantage. And if I say that, what, my life sucks and things are just not never go my way, even there I'm using the law of attraction, but I'm using it against me. So what we are going to learn is how to use the law of attraction, how to use the power of words, how to use our thoughts, feelings, and emotions for us instead of against us. Okay. Hi, Sangeeta. Oh my God, I'm so thrilled that you're here.
Hi. Oh God, I thought I missed it.
No, you didn't. I just read like a wee bit of the first paragraph. Do not worry. And
Okay, awesome.
I'll be sharing the
Hi,
recording.
Vilma. I did not want to disturb you, so I didn't say hi.
Oh, no problem, Arshia. No problem. So, like I said, I'll be sharing the recordings as well. So, you guys don't have to worry if you miss out on a bit. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Vilma.
I'm very excited to be here. Thank you.
Oh, I am so.
Hi, Sangi. Hi, Sangi.
Hi, Arsh. Hi.
So, Sangeeta and Arshia are certified facilitators in Access Consciousness, for those of you who don't know, and they're both like super awesome rocking girls. So, just follow them. And
So are you, baby, and thank you for your kindness. Love you.
love
Absolutely. Thank you, Vilma.
you. You're so welcome. So, mwah. Okay, so going ahead, yeah, there are many names for this type of spiritual presence. I refer to it interchangeably as universe, God, spirit, inner guidance, love, and other terms too. You may have your own word that resonates with you, or maybe you're new to spirituality and don't yet have a vocabulary around it. It doesn't matter. What we call it, it is irrelevant. Connecting to it is imperative. The very fact that you are reading this book right now is evidence that you have listened consciously or unconsciously to divine guidance that led you here, and you are willing to claim that connection. So, you know, one of the law of attraction stalwarts, Mike Dooley, he says that there are no coincidences in the universe. So, if we are right here at this red hot minute, reading the book together all across the globe, there is something that has connected us and something that has brought us together. So there are no coincidences in the universe, okay? And it doesn't really matter what you call the, like I like to call it the universe now. I remember I used to follow a spiritual guru for 5 years, and he said that like he said it in Hindi. We used to do Hindi pravachans. So he used to say, it doesn't matter whether you think God is a him or a her, क्योंकि आप उसको him बोलो या her, हर शब्द गलत होगा. So it's actually that, if you really have got, dabbled into spirituality for a bit like I have, I just got a little bored of it eventually though. But, it's just this, I would say, this amazing, amazing kindness which is with you all the time, which is listening to everything that you say. And there is one more thing that my Guruji used to say, that, God knows only one word, and that is Tathastu. So for there are a few people here who may not understand Hindi. So for them, I'll say that, Tathastu means so be it. So anything you are saying, anything you are thinking, anything you are feeling, God, or what I like to call the universe, will only say so be it. So the choice is with us. Even the universe does not have free will to give us anything. The free will and the choice is only with us. So what we think, what we feel, and what we emote is what gets created as our lives. And it's the simplest thing. And it's the most empowering thing on planet Earth, because before I got into the law of attraction, I used to think that, there is a God outside of us, and I used to go to the church and I used to pray and I used to do stupid penance and go for confession and go and ask forgiveness. And I used to feel like an idiot. And once I started getting into spirituality, and then I moved from God fearing to God loving, and now to, I don't know what it is, but I just realized that the universe has your back. It's as simple as that. And that's the basis of the law of attraction. The universe has your back, and the universe says Tathastu to everything. Like the universe, you say whatever, the universe will say so be it. So if that is true, what would you like to ask now is the question. And I totally believe that everything that you ask for is given. So if you read the book Ask and It Is Given by Abraham Hicks, Abraham Hicks or Esther Hicks rather, like she's channeling them. She says that, when you ask, it is always given. It is a done deal. It is a done deal. Like when you ask, there is this vortex of creation that gets created, and all your asks are sort of in that vortex of creation. And your job is to only, plow through all your limitations and, create a vibrational match to the thing that you have asked for. So we'll be talking more about it as we go ahead. Okay. And where was I? Okay. I honor you for your willingness. Claiming my connection to the presence of this power has directed the course of my life. The simple choice to tune into this source of love has helped me recover from addiction, heal PTSD, undo fearful beliefs, and live with clear purpose. My connection to the presence of love has been my guide, my protector, and my partner in the co-creation of my life. Living my life in daily devotion to this non-physical source of power has made me a super attractor. Being a super attractor means that what I believe is what I receive. I can co create the world I want to see by aligning with good feeling emotions and directing them toward my desires. I can tap into an unlimited source of creative energy to contribute inspired ideas, offer wisdom, receive abundance, and feel free. And best of all, I can harness this power into a force for good in the world. Being a super attractor doesn't mean I haven't had to face very real challenges, but I can see clearly how my struggles have been part of a bigger plan to help me strengthen my faith in my super attractor connection. I've chosen to perceive hard life experiences as spiritual assignments for growth and healing. I've accepted that nothing happens by accident, and I know that as long as I remember I am a super attractor, I will be able to accept difficult experiences as opportunities to fine tune my inner power and get closer to consciousness. The tough stuff offers me a chance to shine the crystal that is me. Being a super attractor doesn't mean everything is perfect, but it does mean that I show up for life with faith no matter what. Claiming my super attractor power has helped me to move through rough times with much more grace, honesty, and compassion than I otherwise would. Living my life in this way has brought me what I desire most: freedom. I feel free knowing that there is an ever present energy of love within me and around me. I'm free knowing that I'm always being guided and that I have the power to co create the world I want to see. Freedom is the greatest gift of all. Nothing holds me back. I no longer play small. For more than a decade, I've lived, loved, and thought with this freedom. Freedom has given me the experience of being an unearthed force of life in the world. So, like she says, that I can also vouch that a lot of times, things haven't been going well in my life, and I. I would think that what, this is literally shitty. This is like the worst thing that could happen to me, and then eventually I would look back and I would realize that that was actually the best thing that happened to me. So the so-called challenges that we have are actually detours to you know uh, to creating the life of your dreams. So when you ask for something, a lot of times what you have is taken away from you, okay? So that something greater can be given to you. And it is always like that, always. But the way we are designed, uh, we actually get so scared if we cannot control things, okay? And one of the best tips that I can give you to allow the law of attraction to work in your favor is to let go of control. Just let go and surrender all control. Just know that the universe has your back, and uh, just just surrender. Ask for something and just surrender to the universe, and just let the universe create it for you the way it has, you know the in the best way possible. Like, Mike Dooley says that the universe always knows. It knows the quickest, the fastest, the best, the most amazing, the most wonderful way of making your dreams happen. So you might think that, okay, it for example, if you want money and you think that, I have this job, I have this amazing job, and if I get a promotion in my job, maybe I'll get more money. But what if the universe has something completely different planned for you? Maybe the universe does not even want you to work in a job. The universe wants you to set up something of your own and just flourish as a business person. And something else will come along, or maybe you might lose your job. Like, a lot of times when we ask for things, some weird shit happens. So, like, in the year 2013, I was asking for doing the job that I love and loving the job that I do. And at that time, I was working for a corporate. And this was way before I even got into the love of my life, access consciousness. And, you know, uh, like, I used to ride on my bike to work. And all the time I used to keep saying, I do what I love and I love what I do. And I was very very scared to quit my corporate job. And I just kept thinking, what should I do in my corporate job that I love? So I was thinking of moving to the training team because I used to love training. And it was just not happening. And at that time, like, I had the best boss in the world, okay, like really the best boss in the world. I'm still in touch with him, and like, he's the most amazing person I know. And shit happened and I had to move department. And then I started reporting to what I know to be the worst boss ever. Like after I moved to the team, everybody told me that, you know what, you're going to cry for the rest of your life for this decision. And I was like, oh my God. And then I used to literally fight with the universe. I used to be like, what the hell? Why the hell did you do this to me, dude? I was asking you for something that I love, and you literally created this crap for me. I just hate you. And at that time, I was a part of my spiritual organization, and my Guruji had given us a very beautiful thing which I follow even till date. Okay, he used to say that, you know, whenever you have write feedback to the universe. He used to make us do this activity called feedback, and writing feedback to the universe, and we used to write it and we used to post it to him, and he used to personally read all of it. That's what he used to say. And I got into this habit. I used to keep a notepad on my desk, and I used to keep typing everything, and I used to type and type and type that, you know, this is not done and that is not done. And at the end of it, the condition was, at the end of it, we have to ask for what we want. So we can crib all we want throughout the letter, but at the end of it, we have to ask for how we want the situation to actually happen. And I used to keep talking about it, and like I used to keep posting feedbacks, and that activity changed my life. Like it gave me the guts to quit my corporate job and to actually pursue hairstyling and makeup, which was something that was, which has been one of the most enriching experiences of my life. And I used to cry every day for 6 months while I was reporting to that guy. And I would never have had the balls to quit my job had I not been reporting to that fellow. So, I can totally vouch. And there are 100 other examples that I can give you, but this is like the worst of them, because people literally thought I was crazy. I was at a manager position. I was doing super well. I was getting promotions. I was getting good ratings. I was getting super amazing bonuses. And I had an amazing fixed income. And, when I quit my job, people thought I was literally crazy. And I was very glad. I was very lucky to have a husband who supported me. I'm still very lucky to have a husband who supports me through everything. And today, I am so grateful I got out of that shit. I mean, not that. Not that I totally hated my job. I worked for 9 years, and that job has given me certain skills and talents which are helping me so much in my current profile. But if the shit hadn't hit the fan at that time, I would still be stuck in that stupid corporate job. I would probably be a VP, but I would still not be so happy. So it's just a small example from my life that I would like to share with you, that whenever you feel the shit has hit the fan, it's actually the best thing that has happened to you. Trust me. So let's just move ahead, and you guys can unmute and ask me any questions. Okay. I know the book read might go for a slightly longer time, but the whole intention of this exercise is to put into practice what we read, because I know so many people. I interact with so many people on a daily basis, and I talk to them about the law of attraction and The Secret and mindset and all, and they have all read The Secret. But when I talk to them, I realize that they're absolutely using these laws and rules absolutely against them. Like there are no rules. There are no rules. I mean, rules is the wrong word actually, but they're using this whole awesome thing against them. So, and it doesn't have to be that way. It's absolutely easy. In fact, it's easier to use it for you than to use it against you. But we are so used to uh, being in negative mindset and being around negative people, and the whole world, the media, and everybody is just bombarding us with negative stuff. So it's going to be a journey, and I would like it to be a journey that where we really follow these simple things, simple steps, which take us one step closer and one step closer, and before you know, you're living this life beyond your wildest dreams. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to stop me and ask. I can talk 24 hours non-stop. It's an innate capacity that I have since childhood. Like, so as a child, my mother had only one problem with me, that I'm very talkative, and I would always think that, why is that something bad? So, you know, so that's that. So you can please stop me and Ask me anything, okay? Okay. So, when you align yourself with your super attractor energy, you no longer feel blocked by fear. You remember that you are a spirit having a human experience. The spirit within you is the presence of inspiration, joy, and the truth of who you are. When you practice these steps, you remember that you are a wise, powerful, healthy, and holy spirit. When you accept this, you can be free. The feeling of freedom is inevitable when you attune your energy to the presence of your truth. You may not stay connected to this truth all the time, but the more often you turn to it, the easier it will be to feel free. As a spiritual teacher, I have witnessed hundreds of thousands of people throughout the world begin to wake up to the presence of freedom within. I see these transformations daily. But while that awakening is beautiful, it isn't enough. Too often, we treat it as the end point when it's really just the beginning. We may know that we can feel better and therefore attract more, but we must go further and fully embody that truth in order to be free. Embodying this truth begins by undoing the belief systems of fear that block us from being super attractors. We must be willing and committed to change the way we act, think, and live. So, you know, if you have read the 5 second rule, I forgot the name of the author. There's this amazing book called the 5 second rule, where this author says that every time you're distracted, just count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or every time you feel some negative emotion, just count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take a deep breath and center yourself, and then she gives a lot of other activities to do, to get present and centered and all of that. And she says something amazing. She says that what if you're actually the kind of emotions that the kind of not literally emotions, but the way your body reacts to fear is exactly the same as the way your body reacts to excitement. Okay. So when you have when you're really afraid of something, what she says is create an anchor. So instead of saying I'm scared of this, just start saying that I'm excited. I'm excited. So for example, if you she gives an example of one time when she was going on stage, and she started feeling a little scared to go in front of the audience and talk and everything. So she literally there is this motion that she does, where she literally holds her thumb and forefinger, I'm not getting the words. So she holds this web between her thumb and forefinger with her thumb and forefinger of the other hand, and then she starts saying that I'm very excited about going on stage. I'm excited to talk about in front of so many people about what I love, and I'm so excited to change so many people's lives with the 5 second rule and all of that. And the body is releasing the same hormones and reacting in the same way that it would if it was fearful. So the body's response to fear and excitement is exactly the same. So she literally talks about imprinting your mind with this knowing that there is absolutely nothing called fear, and it is only excitement. So so this is something that has stuck with me for many years. And then after I got into Access Consciousness, even Gary Douglas, who's the founder of Access Consciousness, says that fear is only, actually most of the times it is only excitement. So this is one thought that I would like to leave you with, and it's already 12:30, so I don't want to make the book read very long. Okay, let's just get together for like half an hour and share our experiences, and let's just make it a lot of fun. The whole intention of it is to is to use the law of attraction to our advantage. And I pretty much think that I have a lot of information, because I've been reading up on it, listening to audiobooks, watching videos for years and years. So I have a lot of tips and tricks up my sleeve, which I work with my clients with, and it really gives them miraculous results. Like Shirika is one of them, so she will be able to tell you how much we can turn around with simple activities that we do. So the activity that
I totally vouch for that. And thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I'm actually here just to be in your presence, Vilma. It's like, just need to be around you.
Oh my God, that's so sweet. That's so sweet of you. So basically, thank you very much for that, Sharika. Today I would now the group is frozen. I will not be taking any more requests from anybody to join. So today I would like all of you to just introduce yourself, just not too much. Just if you want to write a paragraph, I'm very happy if you would like to share a lot about you. But just an introduction, maybe your name, where you're from, and what you do and what you're looking for. Like, what is your journey been with the law of attraction, and what exactly do you I mean, if you could contribute any of your knowledge, I believe everybody contributes. So, I would love to know that as well. And so the activity that I want you guys to do for today is, I want you guys to imagine that there is this imaginary being around you all the time, which is the universe. And the universe, for every thought, every feeling, and every emotion that you have, it is saying, so be it. And I want you to literally have thoughts, feelings, and emotions, like don't make it like really complicated. Just keep it really simple. Just be present with your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And whenever you're saying something like, oh, I'm having a shitty day, or this always happens to me, or Arshia, yep, I'll give you the activity, Arshia. You can carry on. I'll post the activity. Maybe I'll do another video and post the activity, so you don't have to watch this full video. Okay. So I just want you guys to be very present with your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and just know that you have a being around you who is only saying, so be it, so be it, so be it, so be it, so be it. It only knows one word, like 3 words actually. But if you look at it in Hindi, it is just one word, which is Tathastu. So I think Indians will be able to relate to it a lot better. And that's it. And for everything you're saying. So if you are saying that, let's just keep it to our words today. So if you are telling somebody that, oh my God, so many people are dying by the coronavirus. So the universe is saying, so be it. And more people will die. Or if you say that, I know that I'm always safe and protected and the universe has my back. The universe is saying, yes, so be it. And I'll end with something that Henry Ford, who's the inventor of the first Ford car, says that whether you believe you can or you can't, both ways you are right. So if you think and believe that you can change the world, you can. If you think and believe that you cannot, that you're inconsequential and, nothing is working your way, you're right. So you are always right. So what would you like to create? Okay, so that's the activity for today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. And I am so excited for the next few days. And if you guys have any feedback, you can post that also on the group. So I won't keep you anymore. Thank you so much for joining me. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.